Hey, Canucks fans, it is Canucks game day as the Canucks host the Seattle Kraken. And I ask you, what's the biggest storyline or storylines that you'll be following over the final 2 weeks of the season? I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks Take on One Take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Tuesday, April the 4th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks to everyone who joined me last night for either me and Parker for Canucks After Dark or for my own show. And do it all again tonight, 11 p.m. Hope you can join me right here on this YouTube channel, which will become a de facto post game. It's Tuesday night. I'll be bowling, so I can't pay too much attention, but I'll pay enough attention where I will at least know what's going on. So this is what's going on tonight. I'll talk about the lineup, and then I'll talk about some storylines to track over the final 2 weeks of the season. So let's start from the net and go on out, because really the Canucks are going to ice the exact same lineup that they had on Sunday when they lost to, who'd they lose to? The LA Kings, but they're going with the exact same lineup except for the goaltender. So Colin Delia will get the start, and I anticipate including this one, the final 6 games, I think he'll get 3, and I think Demko will get 3. Whether it or not it's a perfect rotation or whatever, but yes, it will be Colin Delia in net tonight as the Canucks host the Kraken. In front of him, his 6th defenseman will be Quinn Hughes with Kyle Burrows. It'll be Akito Hirose, my new favorite player, with Tyler Myers. And it will be Jack Rathbone with Ethan Bear. Now, I do like that left side. I'm not seeing it the best right now, but you have potential in some really good puck movers in Hughes, Hirose, and Rathbone. Not the biggest trio, obviously, and not the most experienced trio, but still like to see all 3 of them on the same side of the ice. So once again, Hughes with Burrows, Hirose with Myers, and then Rathbone with Bear. Up front, the same 12 guys with Kravtsov as your extra. So your top line of Pettersson with Joshua and Kuzmenko. Then you have Miller with Besser and PDG. Giuseppe, some would say that's the top line. Doesn't matter. The top 2 lines are interchangeable. Third line is what I call the bag line now. Beauvillier, Amon, and Garland, BAG. And then MDS, you have McDonough, Dries, and Studnicka as your 4th line. And once again, Kravtsov will be the extra 4. Now, Rick Tocchet met with the media today, talked about what I'm going to talk about a little bit now. Actually, maybe not so much. He didn't talk about storylines, but what he did talk about is, for many players, this is going to be a very important 2 weeks. Because, yes, they can't make the playoffs, but guys, they're not playing for jobs right now, per se. You're not going to determine who's going to be in your starting lineup in October on April the 4th. But these players are continuing to forge impressions on the minds of coaches and management. And a guy like Studnicka, a guy like Kravtsov, a guy like Rathbone. So those guys are kind of guys that have been around at least a little bit and maybe still have a lot to prove. But what do they have in Beauvillier? They're probably still not sure. Sheldon Dries, what's the future going to be with him? And then on D, actually not just on D, the college guys too. Hirose, who was only signed a 1-year contract, including this year. So are you going to want to re-sign him? Well, he's going to want to show well, including and Aidan McDonough as well, continue his development. So that's kind of the things that Rick Tocchet talked about, that he wants the guys to play hard and that they will over the final 2 weeks. He wants guys to have a big summer and come back and be ready to hit the ground running, or hit the ice skating, I guess, is the more appropriate metaphor for training camp in September. Now, for the last 2 minutes, I want to talk about a few storylines, and I did this on my live stream last night. It was a really good conversation. I'm really interested in your opinion. What storyline or storylines are you going to be tracking with respect to individual performances? So I think we can all agree, as I just spent a couple minutes talking about, that there's going to be a lot of emphasis, a lot of eyes on just how the Canucks play as a whole, how they continue to develop their structure, their penalty kill, defensive play, whatever it may be. So obviously, guys as a whole, the team as a whole, you're still going to want to play hard, play out the string, and certain individuals are going to want to make good impressions. So having said all that, we have some individual milestones, you'd say, whether they set them or we set them for them. So I'm curious as to which of these ones you are most interested in tracking until the end of the season. Or, of course, if it's not one of the ones I mentioned, please put your own in the comment section as well. So you start at the top, Elias Pettersson. He has 96. Remember, we have 6 games left. So he has 96 points, 36 goals, 60 assists. So are you most interested to see if PETEY hits 100 points in the season? Only needs 4 in the final 6. We're playing against some pretty weak teams like Chicago in there, Arizona in there. At the same time, he was held pointless last game for the first time in 15 games. So it's not a guarantee. I still think he'll do it. But is that a story you're going to track? Either PETEY getting to the 100-point mark, or maybe you're interested in 4 of those next points being goals so that he hits the 40-goal mark because he's at 36. Speaking of 40 goals, maybe you're interested in Andrei Kuzmenko, who has 37 goals on the season. So can Kuzmenko get 3 goals over the final 6 games and hit 40 goals for the season? Maybe that is what you're interested in. And what a nice surprise that will be. We knew he'd be good. I don't know if anyone thought he would be this good. JT Miller, he is at a point a game. I think he's at 75 and 74. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I'm not sure if there's a milestone that you're tracking there. Maybe there's that he stays above a point a game. And given that he missed 1 or 2 games, that he gets to the 80-point mark. Maybe that's what you're looking for. For Quinn Hughes, he's sitting at 73 points, which is a record for a Canucks defenseman in a season. It's very possible that he gets 7 points in his next 6 games if he plays all 6. And maybe you're tracking that he gets to 80 points, which would be a remarkable season, obviously. Or even bigger picture, maybe you're tracking to see if how much Norris Trophy love he's going to get. I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think he's going to beat out Erik Karlsson, but are you curious to see if he's a top 3, like a true finalist? Are you curious to find out if he's not a top 3, if he's a top 5? Maybe you're really interested in the Quinn Hughes Norris Trophy story. There's also Brock Boeser, who's had a very quiet yet very average, which is good for him, 0.78 points per game type of season. He's at 17 goals. He's had a few in the last couple of weeks, so he only needs 3 in the next 6, so 1 out of every 2. Maybe you're interested to see if Brock Boeser can hit the 20-goal mark. So there's some stories there for you. Pettersson, Kuzmenko, Boeser, Miller, and Hughes. How about this one? Maybe you're most interested to see how the college guys do. Aiden McDonough, now that he's played 4 games. Akito Hirose, now that he's played 1. Maybe that's what you're most interested in. So I've given you 5 or 6 storylines to track. For me, I think because it's just a nice round number, it's such a neat accomplishment, especially because Miller got 99 points last season. Out of everything, I'm really curious to see if PETEY can get to 100. I think he will. And then I think the 40-goal chase is the one that intrigues me the most after that. But still interested in everything, especially to see how if Akito Hirose can continue his strong play from his debut on Sunday. So Canucks fans, let me know in the comments below what storyline or storylines you are most interested in for the final 2 weeks of the season. Give me a score prediction. This one, Seattle's good. They're fighting for the Western Conference. I say Seattle wins tonight. I don't want them to win, but I say Seattle wins tonight. It's Delia. Let's go 4-3 Seattle. That's going to be my final score prediction. And I do think that PETEY scores the first goal to time with Kuzmenko, at least momentarily, at 37 goals apiece. So let me know what you guys think. Score prediction, first Canucks goal scorer, and storylines that you are going to track over the next 2 weeks. Big. I was trying to think of what kind of machine that was, but I don't even know. Anyone that out there that knows machines, it has a big, crane on the back. I don't even know what that was, but it was big. I thought it was going to hit me. So if you happen to see what kind of vehicle that was, put that in the comment section below as well. Okay, friends. Shout out to my sponsors, Vancity Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. And thanks to all of you watching. I always appreciate you. I never take you for granted. So on your way out, subscribe, like the video, become a member, upgrade your membership, leave a donation, a tip if you'd like to, and leave a comment. Score prediction, first Canucks goal scorer, and storylines that you want to track, and the name of that truck that just drove by me. Maybe it's a vehicle is a better way of putting it. Maintenance vehicle. Who knows what that was. Okay, friends, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the Canucks game. I'll see you tonight at 11 p.m. for my live stream. God bless, and go Canucks go.